I do wonder what I wonder for RH's attorneys, and we did see it's Michael Liftick, I think, speak today in front of Congress,
Yep. Yep.
which is one of Richard's attorneys from shoot, I can't remember the name of the firm, but he was very well spoken just in his 5 minutes or so today that I saw. I know you were watching it too, and I feel extremely confident. Like to actually see the guy on camera and hear him talk crypto, it made me feel even more confident than I already am in what they're doing for Richard. But it does make me wonder though, because mainly the purpose of the October 24th is the oral arguments on why this should be dismissed, and they're mainly going to be focusing on the jurisdiction thing, like what they want to. They are starting with that because just to begin with, they don't even have jurisdiction. But
Right.
I think Nuclear Herbs has said in the past that they could still, with like this crypto asset securities thing or anything else that they see that is just fraud, anything wrong with the complaint that the SEC brought forward, his attorneys could still kind of put hints out there and show like, do you really want to keep coming at us? Because here's a couple of clues of where this is going to go. Like, this is where we're going to take it and the arguments that we have ready for you. I mean, they're not going to, I don't know that can be part of their, why they'll try to dismiss it, because they're really honing in on the jurisdiction piece. But just to show them like, here's how bad you guys effed up and here's the direction we're going to take it, I think that's
I mean, I think what they'll do is, DJ Moonboy said it right there. Jurisdiction needs to be established first and foremost, but I think they're going to be able to work this also into the conversation, and say, look, Judge, first of all, there is no jurisdiction. There shouldn't be jurisdiction because X, Y, and Z, this is why. And on top of that, you've got them saying things like this that are very, very misleading, and then they have to come in and backtrack it on another case. So therefore, all of the cases that they used, essentially mean nothing. Their words are, now they're having to be thrown out, or not thrown out, but taken a completely different way. Yeah, I think they probably will work that in somehow, but no, they do need to establish jurisdiction first and foremost. That's the first, that was the first argument of it, but they've got others.
Right. But yeah, and this is certainly bullish for the case overall. I mean, I am just going to, I guess for my own, psyche and just for planning for this whole potential trial, I'm just assuming that the motion to dismiss will not be granted, even though there is a higher likelihood of this one being granted than most because of some of the reasons that we've talked about and how much the SEC kind of grossly fudged the jurisdiction issue here. And Nuclear Herbs has given it maybe like 3 times higher of a chance of being approved as to be dismissed than most motions to dismiss.
Right.
That said, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I would rather psychologically prepare for that not to happen and then for it to go for a trial, just so I know kind of the worst case scenario where it's going to go. And even then, I think that all of his attorneys are extremely prepared, and I think that they will still come out on top. So,
what I was going to say is not only is the jurisdiction a mess, the accusations are also a mess because they said that he spent money that they have really no proof of him spending on goods and things like that. They don't have proof where that money came from. It did come from the sacrifice wallets. We know that. So that's wrong. I mean, there's just so many things that could get down the list of to say, seriously, do you want to continue this? I mean, jurisdiction is your way out, right? I mean, it's kind of just to throw this away. But if you're not going to give us that, well, do they come at him then with the plan of attack? If they don't, I don't know. They may keep that kind of hidden up their sleeve to play that card later, kind of thing. I don't know. True. So you don't want to give them too much of what you're going to come at them with if it's not dismissed. But at the same time, you kind of need to make the judge aware that this is wrong from here, 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 and here, which they pretty much did in their argument anyway. Right. So, I mean, it's not hidden anymore. The judge knows, and if she's read through the wording of it, that they're wrong on a lot of counts, but they don't have to be right, unfortunately, to have a trial. That's the unfortunate part. They just have to kind of make it sound reasonably good.
Yeah. Anybody can sue anybody, so keep that in mind. And again, that is Thursday, October the 24th. I forget the time, like 10:30 a.m. or something like that. Is when that begins. I know many people have talked about making the trip. I'm pretty sure, as far as people that are YouTube facing, I think Corey Costa may be going, since he's already up that way anyway. Corey Geary, coming up from Puerto Rico, supposedly is going to make the trip. I think I heard Matt Crypto Coffee, the other, which he's actually in Puerto Rico too now, I forget.
Yep.
I think he's going to be making the trip. So, we're going to have some really good representation there. And we've talked about this before. Like, anybody that is going to make the trip and go, it is a courtroom. So dress at least business casual, shut your mouth, sit down, and enjoy quietly the show. That's what I would recommend.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add there, Ewok?
Well, yeah, I mean, the Pulse, I forget who it is, RG's group, they're planning something afterwards too. So if you are going, and you want to reach out to them to get the specifics on the after party or whatever it is that they're having, the dinner or the just the get together afterwards, that way you can spend the day with some Hexicans that you may know from online or have met before, possibly.
Yeah, it should be very interesting. I can't wait to see. I'm sure we'll see some videos, maybe of like outside the courtroom or how the event goes down. But that'll be an interesting time for sure. A little over a month away. So